Good morning. Today is Thursday, almost Friday, February 27th. This is Wake Up with KERA News, and I'm Andrew Garcia. Clouds are expected to clear slowly but surely today. We'll have sunny skies, wind, and temperatures in the upper 60s. Texas has no statewide system to track high-speed police chases. Learn why experts say Texas should be paying closer attention. That's after today's news. The parent company of Neiman Marcus says it still plans to close the flagship store in downtown Dallas at the end of March. That's despite efforts by the city and its partners to keep the doors open. A group including the city, local business, and real estate leaders announced Wednesday they had brokered a deal to keep the iconic downtown Neiman Marcus location open. Hours after the deal was announced, Saks Global, which owns Neiman Marcus, told the Dallas Morning News in a statement, quote, "Plans to close the downtown Dallas Neiman Marcus remain in place." Arlington's decade-long work to get a farmers market to the city has paid off. The city is introducing a farmers market next month with plans to bring in vendors every Saturday from March to November. The market will be hosted in a parking lot on Collins Street across from Dream Park in downtown. No one knows how many high-speed police chases occur across the state of Texas. In fact, there's only a handful of states across the country that do track the data. The only pursuits tracked nationwide are those that end in deaths, and data shows they've recently reached an all-time high. KERA News and the Fort Worth Report have spent over a year reporting on police chases in Texas. Our law and justice reporter Tolawani Osibamowo talked to host Justin Martin to explain why experts say Texas would do well to keep a closer eye on these sometimes deadly events.
Well, from our review, that would be California, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Connecticut. And to be clear, we're not talking about chases that are tracked by the Texas Department of Public Safety, by state troopers. We're talking about states collecting pursuit data from all of a state's law enforcement agencies. And California and Pennsylvania seem to maintain the most organized databases and reporting systems. For California, their system took effect in 2006. It expanded existing pursuit reporting requirements for law enforcement agencies. And in Pennsylvania, that system took effect even earlier in 1996, and it provides pursuit trend analysis on a public-facing website in addition to annual reports.
So why did these states in particular decide to track their pursuit data?
Well, for California, it was the high number of police chases they had, including those ending in death. Over the years, Texas and California have led the nation in police chases and police chase fatalities, likely because of their population and size. And there seemed to be a common desire to increase transparency around police chases and examine broader trends. But these laws don't always have the teeth to achieve that goal.
What do you mean by that they don't have the teeth to achieve their goals?
Well, not all these states track pursuits according to the same standards, and they don't even always follow their own standards. For example, recent reporting by a local NBC station in Philadelphia showed police there hadn't reported dozens of pursuits to state police since 2019, and that's the biggest city in Pennsylvania. In Illinois, the head of the state's Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board acknowledged that their annual report doesn't encompass every chase. He actually said it probably represents only a small percentage of pursuits across Illinois. So several of these states are likely getting an incomplete picture. We spoke with Alex Del Carmen. He's a criminologist at Tarleton State University, and he explained why that might be.
A lot of these states, they sort of walk around with these obligations for agencies from regulatory bodies, but they don't enforce them because they don't want to isolate the officers, they don't want to isolate the agencies and whatnot.
But he went on to say that if law enforcement agencies do have reporting requirements in place, it shouldn't be a suggestion, but instead a mandate to follow these rules.
So what's stopping Texas from creating a system that tracks these chases, similar to these other states?
Well, there could be a few reasons. Texas has more than 2,700 law enforcement agencies, and it's a big state, creating a standardized method to collect pursuit data could prove a challenge. We already know agencies nationwide are dealing with officer shortages and limited budgets, but Del Carmen said even though these challenges might exist, they're worth overcoming for the sake of transparency and to actually evaluate what policies are working and which are not. Here's Del Carmen again.
Some people, sadly, in the law enforcement industry, still to this day, hard to believe, they do not understand the real nature and the ability to help that data has on their law enforcement practices.
Again, no national database tracking anything beyond fatalities exists, and there doesn't seem to be currently any motivation in this legislative session or in sessions past for Texas lawmakers to pass a bill establishing a statewide chase database.
That was KERA's Tolawani Osibamowo talking to host Justin Martin. The Dallas Mavericks are back at the AAC tonight. They'll hope to get a win against the floundering Charlotte Hornets to help soothe the pain of their first loss to the Luka Doncic-led Lakers earlier this week. Head to the Wellman Project in Fort Worth to enjoy a night of carefree creation at the Hot Mess Craft Club. Bring your own drinks and snacks and make art in a low-pressure environment with friends. Find more information and some other fun things to do at kera.org/calendar. Thanks so much for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. The show is produced and edited by Shardae White and Bekah Morr. For more news in your inbox, visit kera.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter and get some good morning vibes from our colleague Catherine Hobbs. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at KERATX. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.